It's a really experienced group, tons of talent that is coming up or coming from other places in the province that have come here to play, and we're feeling like this is a group that can really make something happen this season. We have a lot of guys that played big roles last year that are a year older and a year wiser, and have really shown that they've taken that next step. So we feel really good with the group we have for sure. I think any time you're playing in our side of the bracket, it's like playing in the SEC or the MLB East, whatever you want to call it. Like, we're going to play the best teams in the province, at the AAA level, and you're going to have to go through Hamilton, London, Essex, Burlington, Niagara. Those are the top programs in the province. So we relish that opportunity. We know that we're going to get all those teams, and then we're going to get two of them again in the playoffs if we are successful. So it's a great opportunity for our guys to showcase their talent against the best in a really well-coached, really high-skill league. So I think the next step is just us continuing to do the things that we've done. I think this group is really mature. The young guys that are coming in are stepping into a culture of high expectation and a desire to be great. And if you open up the Team Ontario program, you open up the recruiting, rosters that every OUA team. We've already had this our sixth practice, and I think this will be the third time we've had an OUA coach here, just looking to watch us work. So the players have done a great job buying into wanting to be great, and at the end of the day, the margin for error, between us, losing in overtime to London and then losing by a field goal in the playoffs, I think we feel like we're right there, and there's probably 3 or 4 other teams that are right there as well. Obviously with Essex doing what they've done, pre-pandemic and now post-pandemic, you're gonna have to play great football in this league to win on a nightly basis. It's not just those teams. Hamilton gave us a fantastic football game last year that could have gone either way. So, I think the way that this team is approached getting better, they have their own personal goals as players, but also there's a lot of pride in this program. We have a ton of guys that have played here since they were 10 years old, and I think that matters, and a lot of guys stepping in going, man, like, it's a special thing to be a part of. So definitely super fortunate. The coaching staff's done a great job getting them ready to go, and we got 8 more practices before we kick this thing off, but definitely hungry to not just get the personal success, scholarship offers, opportunities to play at the next level, but to bring a championship back to Cambridge, and that work ethic's been there from the first day we've been together. We're extraordinarily well coached in all 3 phases, and I have very little to do with that. At this point with Coach Scotto on offense and Coach Criada on defense, and then Steve Wright working with our special teams. This is a group that wants to be coached, highly competitive. We have stars on all sides of the ball. Guys, we probably have more guys that played in Officer Bowls with us getting 2 bids with Resurrection and Jacob Hespler. So these guys know what it means to play championship football, and I think it's going to be all hands on deck and whatever we need to be successful. Like, I think the defense has a lot of vets from last season that played huge roles for us, and some new guys that have really flown around. And offensively, we had a group here a few years ago. We had Gordon Lamb and Riley Boersma and Brandon Metz and a crew of guys, and I think those guys would be pretty entertained by this group. We got a skill position guys, so it's I think it depends on what we need on the day, but the competitiveness of this group, I think, is the thing that ties it all together. Super respectful. We tackled the other day, and the offensive guys are making plays, defensive guys are making plays, and there's not a lot of trash talk. There's just a high expectation of excellence and work, and the leadership has been really strong. So we'll see what we need on what day. I think if the weather's good, I could see us being in a ton of shootouts, and hopefully playing with a lead and turning some of these defensive pass rushers loose. And if the weather's tough, we know we got the O-line and the running backs to get it done up front, and I'd take our defense against anybody. So feeling very comfortable and confident with that group.